Hey guys, welcome back. You've seen the thumbnail, no doubt. Possibly the most excited I've been about a news release in recent months. Essential Parfums. Bois Imperial Extrait. You want to hear my thoughts on this? Stick around. Okay, so you want to consider yourself a true frag head? In my opinion, you're not. Unless you've at least tried the original Bois Imperial by master perfumer Quentin Bish. Now, like it or not, because it is a little bit divisive, this is a really well crafted fragrance. You can't deny that, even if you don't like it. Well, you can deny it, but I'll fight you. This is one of, if not the most loved fragrances in my collection by my missus. And I was confused when she said she loved it, because when I first tried this, I hadn't even looked at the notes, and I know that she's got a really strong dislike for salty fragrances, and this is what really, and still to this day, perplexes me about this, because when I look at the notes, there's nothing listed in there really to me that should smell salty, but to me it does. And I've heard others say the same. Almost like a sea breeze, like not in a funky way, like, you know, like seaweedy or anything like that, or anything fishy, or but like a really clean salt. But what it is a blend of like pepper, vetiver, you know, woods, bois. Yeah, bois, it's French for wood, so a lot of woods, and basil in there too. But it's bright. A lot of people don't like the sharpness of the opening. Now, I've actually got this on this arm, and it is a little bit brighter, a little bit zestier. I'll pull up the notes here. Here we are. And whenever I wear it, she's hanging off me like a dog. Yeah, it's really good. Love it. Very versatile. You could wear it as a daily driver. Very similar to another fragrance perfumed by Quentin Bish. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Ganymede. The notes look a little bit different, but the scent has a lot of similarities. I find this one to be a bit more mineralic, a bit more, I think it's a bit more challenging as well, but I love it, just as I love this. But we're not here to talk about this or that. We're here to talk about this. The Extrait, brand new release. So, with the original, it's a much beloved fragrance in the community for those that do like it. Quite polarizing, like, you know, you either love it or hate it. And it's well regarded. Like everything from Essential Parfums until this release regarded for being niche perfumery at less than a designer price in most cases. You know, I got that for absolute steal, 60 quid or something, 65 quid. That's not the retail price, but it's often available at that price. So, you know, you're getting it for 65 pence per milliliter if you get it at that price. This, only available in a 30ml bottle. Average retail price I've seen it for is around about 115, 120 quid. So that's pretty much £4 per milliliter. Now, my wearing experience of this, I'm not going to allow the cost of it to influence my feelings while wearing it, because it doesn't, does it? The cost of it will influence your opinion of the fragrance as a whole. But I'll tell you how I feel about the wearing experience on this. I've got this on the other arm. I like it more. And I love that, but I like this more. It doesn't retain everything that's in the original, but it's got things the original doesn't. Hi. Excuse me. Caught me off guard there. But while you're here, why don't I tell you all about the company called Rosa Salas? They're an inspired by company, does things a little bit different, but to the highest of quality, run by a friend of mine called Vitor. Now, the link will be down below. Check them out, and while you're there, if there is something that tickles your pickle, make sure you enter in the code at the checkout, FRAGLAD10, and get you 10% off anything on the site that isn't already discounted or already in a bundle. So check the guys out. We've got everything there, from niche to designer, a big menu, a big selection. So check them out. Tell them I sent you. Use FRAGLAD10, you'll get 10% off. Now, if you don't mind, I want to get back to my little moment. Now then, the way it opens up is it's sweet a little bit, and I think that's from the rose, because there's rose in this one, and it's, oh God, I prefer this, mind. It almost smoky, like a little bit, and like leathery. It's probably from the labdanum. There's a double dose of pepper with pink and black pepper. It's not, it's just deeper. It's just deeper and heavier and a little bit darker, richer. And often I find that when you have a higher oil concentration flanker of a fragrance that you already like, that it tends to usually do that, because the heavier the fragrance is in oil concentration, the experience of the wear is different. It's not, after it's settled down, at least, it doesn't project the same. You don't notice it in the same way. Because it sits closer to your skin, it's more about the scent trail than it is about the projection. And with a heavier oil concentration, a lot of compositions are altered so that the notes and the accords lean better into a wearing experience like that. So it is a heavier fragrance. It's more rounded. I think it's a bit more grown up and probably in fact, definitely not as versatile. I said that you could wear the original, the EDP, as a daily driver. I stand by that. This, no. I would say that this is probably more suited to evening wear, more formal wear. What I am going to do is I'm going to layer the two, because I think that it'll be an absolute masterpiece. But I'll report back on my findings on that. But yeah, as far as you know, I've worn it twice now, and you don't need many sprays. Oh God, it's good though. It's really, really good. So to summarize, if you like the original, you pretty much, I'm not going to say guaranteed to like this, because it depends what you like about the original. But it's got a large chunk of the original DNA, and I would recommend sampling it. Now, is this my favourite niche release of the year? In terms of scent, it's got a chance. I'm trying to think of anything else. Killian's Old Fashioned was a bang of mind. Yeah, it's one of my favourites, at least. It's one of my favourite niche releases of the year. I really don't think it's worth the money. Sorry. And I think a large chunk of my reasoning behind that is that Essential Parfums, they don't spend a lot of money on marketing. If you've seen the packaging, it's, you know, it almost screams budget, and I think it's intended to. You know, it's, the box itself isn't really a box. It's stacked pieces of cardboard, sheet cardboard, taped together. You know, and they made no changes to the presentation of this. And when you're a fragrance house that's got a reputation for, you know, cutting things out, like a lot of marketing expenditure and presentation, and focusing entirely on paying the perfumeries money, and as a result of that, you're known for being more affordable. You know, like I said, you offer a niche perfumery at a less than, in many cases, designer price. But then you knock out something that's £4 per milliliter, and you've changed nothing about your approach to the way that it's presented, marketed, etc. It just doesn't sit right with me, because that's, the original is 16% oil. This is 32% oil. And yeah, they've fiddled about with the notes a little bit, but in essence, it's a flanker of a fragrance that's far more affordable. And I just can't get that out of my head. It's, do I regret buying it? No, because I really, really like it. In fact, I love it. It smells fantastic. But it's a major, major gripe with me. If I'd have seen a lot of marketing on social media, etc., like really pushing it, like, you know, this is our elevated flagship pinnacle fragrance from our house, you know, and, you know, there are a lot of really expensive advertising and stuff like that, and it was presented differently, then I would have been a bit more at ease with the cost. But I'm not. But as I say, it doesn't take anything away from the fact that I absolutely love this fragrance. It smells excellent. You know, speaks to me a little bit more than the original, even though I love that a lot. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the fragrance. Deeper, more rounded, a little bit darker. Obviously twice the oil concentration, so it sits a bit closer to the skin. Scent trails improved, projections dialed back because of the nature of a Extrait de Parfum. You know, if I was happy with the fragrance in its cost, and the cost being reflective of how it's presented and marketed, then it would be getting like a 9 or a 9.5. But as it is, I can't let go of the gripe that I've got with that, and as a result, I'll give it an 8. But yeah, check it out, guys. Check it out, because it is a beauty. You really do smell that sweet rose there. Fresh sweet rose. It's really nice. There goes a pound. Anyway, guys, that'll do for now. Bois Imperial Extrait. Absolute banger. Just not worth the money. See you guys next time. And don't forget, like the video if you're liking the content. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified next time I drop some scented nonsense. Take care, guys. See you next time.